I just wanted to get on the camera, I guess, today and talk about just the experiences that I had. Today I went to go get my hair done. I went to run some errands. I went into a couple of stores to pick up some things. I went to go get my hair done at a salon that I've gone to once before, I went to this stylist once before. And I'd got to the salon numerous times before over the last 3 years here in New York. The first time I went, fine. I got highlights done and my roots touched up and everything was fine. 2 months later, today I made an appointment. I went today to go get my hair done, and the bottom part of my hair was a lot lighter from all the highlights that I had done in the past year or so. But my roots were darker, and I was like, I just want everything to be a little more unison. I just want all one color. I kind of want to blend everything together. And I took her a picture of what I wanted. I took a couple of pictures. I took a few pictures of Kathleen Lights, a YouTuber, and said, this is what I want. Can we get to this? And basically she was like, she could only move a certain number of levels. Like, I'm a level, I don't even remember. I don't know about levels. I'm not a hairdresser. I don't know if I'm a level 1 to a level 6, whatever. I don't know what the dark levels are. I don't know what the light levels are. So she's like, oh, I can only move you up to 4 levels without bleaching your head and, damaging your hair. And I'm like, okay, well, that's why I had been doing highlights for so long, to gradually lighten my hair, a bit at a time. If you've done this before, you understand what I'm saying. You know what I mean. This is what I wanted. This is the picture that I took of Kathleen Lights. I'll put a couple of pictures up here as examples of what I wanted. And I'll put an example here of what my hair looked like before, where you will see it was a lot lighter. And I just wanted to blend everything into one color. I trusted her. Last time she was fine. She was good. I trusted her. And I feel like I've had issues with a lot of hairstylists. In Miami, I had a great hairstylist. She was wonderful. My friend Kelly, who I've known since high school. I went to her for years, and she never has any issues when she does my hair. Like, she always gives me what I'm asking for and never has any issues getting there. I don't know what the problem is, if I'm explaining it differently to somebody or to other stylists. I don't think so, but yeah. Anyway, the whole rant about it is, like, you can see my hair. It's pretty dark. I'll get closer. You can see. A lot darker than what I asked for. I don't mind. Like, the color is not so bad. It's not what I wanted. If the stylist can't give it to you, then you need to know. You need to know, okay, well, if I can't get there because my hair is this color and I can't get to this, or my hair is this type, or whatever, like, you want to know. Sometimes it doesn't happen overnight. Sometimes you can't go from, I have naturally dark brown, blackish kind of hair. I'm Hispanic, I have dark hair. I know I'm not gonna get to freaking Jennifer Lawrence blonde or anything ever in life, and to where it's gonna look like that, and I'm fine with that. But I had been already a lot lighter than this, and it was working, and I just needed to get it all into one color, and it just didn't happen. So I was upset already today about that. I'm not someone who will be confrontational to the person. I think I end up just kind of accepting it, and then 5 minutes later I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Why did I just do that? Why did I let them do this? Or why didn't I say this? Anyway, whatever. I got home, and I'm telling my fiance about it, and he's like, oh, well, you should have said something, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I know I should have said something. Like, You don't have to tell me that. Like, I'm telling myself that in my head. But whatever. Like, I couldn't process everything in my head, and I was just disappointed. I just wanted to get the hell out of there. I didn't even let her blow dry it. She started, you know, sectioning my hair and she was ready to blow dry it. And I was like, you know what? I was like, oh, I'm just gonna run some errands. I don't need it to be blow dried. Whatever. Like, and I left. I didn't want to be there anymore. It was like a beauty weekend. I needed to get my eyebrows done. I needed to have 2 instead of 1. So needed to get those bad boys done. I have been getting them threaded for the last few years. The girl that I go to nicked me like 5 times on my eyelid, and I got like 5 little red scratches from the threads. And the last couple of times she just hadn't been doing exactly. I'm like, just clean and try to shape them evenly. But I guess I don't know what I'm asking. I'm asking too much from people. I decided to find a new place to go to. So I was looking on Yelp and looking at reviews, and Benefit Cosmetics, who I know, they have people who do your brows at different department stores that they have their setup at. So there's a Benefit Cosmetics like a 20-minute walk from my house. So I was like, okay, let me go. I went to them, and actually, great. They were really nice. The girl who did my hair, Pam, thank you so much. She did great. Eyebrows came out good. I mean, she fixed them. This eyebrow was a lot thinner than this one, and the last girl had like taken off like a chunk over here, so they were uneven. Okay, they were not good. Okay, 1 out of 2 today. Thank you for knowing what you're doing. And I know I'm using my hands a lot. I'm like all Latina right now. Went to like downtown Brooklyn, and I was doing some stuff, and I went into a couple of stores because I was looking for some gym clothes, because gym clothes are really expensive. Like, you go to Nike and a pair of pants are like $100. A t-shirt is like $50. A sports bra is like $60, $70. I'm like, all this to sweat my ass off in the gym. Like, I don't need to wear a $200 outfit to the gym. I'm not really trying to impress anybody. I'm not trying to pick up anybody while I'm at the gym. I'm not trying to take a bunch of selfies in my cute outfit at the gym. Oh, even Target is like $25 for their workout shirts, I think. I found 2 shirts at Nordstrom Rack they were both like $8, and I was like, cool, perfect. I got a couple of t-shirts for the gym. I went to the checkout line, and some lady like sneaks up in front of where I was going and like cuts me in line while I was going through the line through the dividers like a normal human being, just walking through there. And this lady like rolls up in the front and just tried to sneak her way to in front of me. Okay, whatever. I was like, woo woo woo, woo-saw. It's okay. She had like 1 item. She was giving me some look like she thought she was being slick and I didn't notice or something. Whatever. I was like, you know what, lady, just take your 1 item and go. Be free. Have a good day. I was trying to be the bigger person. The other cashier, she called me over and she's like, hi, how are you? Whatever. Oh, are you part of a rewards program? And I'm like, no. She's like, do you want to sign up? It'll only take 30 seconds. And I'm like, okay, cool. Because I have cards like that for the grocery store, for CVS, for Walgreens, for Century 21, for a bunch of stores. And I always end up with a freaking little stack of these cards that I never use. And I always just end up giving my phone number or email because that's the easier thing to do. And I always forget them at home. But anyway, I was like, sure, enroll me. And then she starts explaining that, oh, we're going to have a sale from today. Mind you, today is the 19th, right? Today is Saturday, March 19th. She's like, oh, we're going to have a sale from the 23rd to the 24th. online or some bullshit like that. So you get 25% off all sale items online or whatever. And she's like, you should be expecting your card in the mail in about 7 to 10 days. I'm like, it's the 19th. How am I supposed to use my card by the 23rd if it's gonna come in 7 to 10 days? I'm like, what's my card number? How do I use that? She's like, oh, they don't give us that information. You have to wait till you get the card. I'm like, how am I supposed to use the card to get the discount if I don't have a card? She's like, oh, I guess you can call this number on the pamphlet. She's like, I guess you can call this number and ask for it. First name, last name, this is your current address, blah blah. And she's taking a little while for it, and I'm not thinking anything about it except, lady, I gotta go. Like, I gotta get out of here. I've been waiting in your line. I've been waiting now with you for a few minutes. This is not 30 seconds. Like, you've been putting in all my information. And I'm just like looking around, like, I gotta go. I've gotta get out of here. I got things to do. So I'm not really paying attention anymore to like what she's doing. I'm just, in my mind, I'm just like, I gotta get out of here. I'm like, can I buy my 2 $8 shirts and get the hell out of here? I didn't say that, but that's what I was thinking. She rings up my 2 shirts, and I go to pull out my credit card, and she's like, oh no, you're all done. And I'm like, what? She's like, it's on your card. I was like, I thought that was a reward card. She's like, it is. But it charges it onto the card. I was like, I don't want a credit card. You told me it was a rewards card. She's like, yeah, it is. It's not the Visa card. We have a Visa one and a debit card and the store card. And I'm like, it's still a credit card. And she's like, it is, but it's our store card and you get points, whatever. I was like, I don't want a credit card. I don't want another credit card. Like, I don't need to open another credit card. I've got store cards that I always end up like paying. Go to Victoria's Secret, use my $10 off a bra, you get the free panty, and then what happens? I forgot to pay the bill, and the fucking store charges me like $50 to get a fucking bra that I saved $10 off with, so really it doesn't really help me at all. And I'm like, I don't really need that. All to get these 2 shirts that were like $15 together, I'm like, it's okay. And she's like, oh, well, I can't help you. You need to call the number. I'm like, what? What just happened? I couldn't even process it at the time. I wasn't understanding or comprehending what had just happened. I was like, when did she sign me up for a card? I didn't even realize. I was trying to get the hell out of there. I didn't even realize. She was like, okay, what's your phone number? I was like, da, 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 da. She's like, oh, can you give us, can you insert your email on the little device there? I was like, whatever, da, 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 get out of here. She's like, can you put your social security number? Fine, the fuck out of here. I didn't even think about that. Like, what rewards card asks you for your social security number? You go to Walgreens and get a card and all you give is like an email address. Like, that's it. I don't know. I was not thinking. So partly it was my fault, but the freaking bitch told me it was a rewards card. Like, I call my fiance and I'm like, this is what happened. I'm like, how did that just happen to me? Like, is somebody playing a prank on me? Is somebody playing some kind of like twisted trick that all these people were like doing these stupid things to me today? Because it just was not my day. I worked at Bloomingdale's for a while and we had a number of, not a quota, but like there were numbers that they wanted you to get every week or every month or whatever. Oh, that's another thing. The lady, she was like, when she was done signing me up, she was like, okay, can you give me 1 second? And she went and took on like my long like receipt paper printed out, I guess of the card. And she put it on a stack of other ones next to her. And she like picked all of them up, started like going through them, walked them over to this binder like behind the other registers and put them all together. Like, she must have had a dozen receipt papers for new cards. I don't know if she's trying to be the number one employee for getting people to sign up for new cards, and that's what she's doing to just kind of get people to sign up. I don't really know, but that shit pissed me off. I never did that to anybody. Don't fuck with somebody's credit. Like, every time you open up a new line of credit, like, it goes into your credit records, and then when you close it, it affects your credit scores, and just that's just some fucked up shit. In my opinion, that's just some fucked up shit. That's just, you don't do that shit. So anyway, I get home and I'm pissed, and I call the damn number that is on the little booklet. It was like this older gentleman. He was calm. He was like, "Oh ma'am, I'm so sorry. Let me see what I can do. I'll notify the manager, blah, blah, blah." And he was just calm about it, and I'm just like, he was just really calm about it, and he was like, "Oh, what happened?" And I'm like, this fucking happened. Like, your employee did this, said it was this kind of card, and signed me up, then never explained anything that was going on, and then all of a sudden, she rings me up for the two things, and it's like, "Okay, here's your receipt, you can go." And I'm like, "Wait, I didn't pay for this." It's like, "Oh no, it's on your rewards card." I'm like, "How the fuck is it on my rewards card? It's a fucking credit card. It's not a rewards card. How does that make sense?" It doesn't. It just doesn't. Anyway, I closed that account immediately, closed it, and I don't know what that'll do to my credit records or credit score or whatever, but I closed it. I don't need another store card. I just don't need another store card, especially for Nordstrom, where there isn't a Nordstrom. There's a couple of Nordstrom racks, but there's no regular Nordstroms anywhere in New York City. Maybe out in Long Island, I don't know, but there isn't one in Brooklyn or Queens or Manhattan. You have to go like out to Jersey. So what use is it gonna be for me? Not much. Anyway, that is my rant for today. Fuck you, Nordstrom employee, for your lies. Hairdresser for getting me back to my roots. I won't even go on to say about what the fuck happened at Sephora. I just ended up leaving. That's my little rant for today. That's all I've got. Yeah.